What's up, Pickle Peeps? Happy Saturday! This is gonna be quick because I still got work to do. And I'm tired. But anyway, we just wrapped up our trunk show for the night, our first trunk show of December. We got 2 more for the year, and I kind of can't believe that we have so few shows left. So I got something to follow up to talk about on that after a while, as far as how do I reinvent stuff that's already working to make it work better? Like, where do you stop improving on things? So be circling back to that in a second. First off, I want to talk the numbers. So for emails, we have 4 subscribers on the email list today. SMS, none. Sales, we did $356.10 off of our trunk show. Today was our Blue Zircon December show. December birthstone, and the birthstone ones are always it's hit or miss because I don't know in my audience who has what birthday. But as I was thinking today, this is just random ponderings. I don't know if I'll actually do it. It's just come on, you guys know you have random ponderings with your business all the time, right? So I was like, I really want to do a birthday club because I want physical mailing addresses. I want to be able to send out cards and coupons and letters and get people to a way that's not just email. Because I know I've said it before on the channel, it's we don't think of direct mail as an option anymore. And it so is an option. If you guys can hear other things in the house, I apologize. My dad is snoring like crazy. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyway, we don't really think of direct mail as an option because of email, and people think direct mail, they think junk mail. It's well, junk mail still made sales. There's a reason they sent out so much of it, right? It converted somebody. So, this is direct mail is something that I really want to get more in on for 2023. And one of the easiest ways to get mailing addresses from an email list is to have something like a birthday club or a birthday offer. So I was thinking about it before. I was what's something seriously cheap that I could send out as a happy birthday thing? Like a happy birthday treat. And honestly, I'm thinking about a pair of earrings that I usually retail for $10. They cost me about $1 less to make. Especially when I'm bulk making them. I can knock a pair of them out in about under a minute. So I was thinking about that. It's that could be really cool to send out these earrings. And now the thing with the gift, some of you might be thinking, it's Melissa, if you send them product for free, they're never going to shop. They're going to expect more product for free. Doesn't quite work that way. So one of the psychology tricks is when you give people something for free, they feel kind of obligated. They're oh my God, I got that for free. It's so nice. It's so wonderful. And they're going to stick longer, or they're going to be more likely to take advantage of a product or offering or special deal that you give them. So if I sent them free earrings, and then with a birthday card, with a scratch-off thing for a coupon code, that could be really cool, right? And if I make the coupon code $10 off of 45, or $10, but my average cart, it's always changing. I think right now my average cart is 80. I'm always personally nervous to be $20 off of 100, but I could send that out, and that would be the same as my $80 cart, or I could say 20 off of 120. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there, and of course it's late at night, so yeah, this is not an early day shoot like we had yesterday. So that's something that I'm pondering. But the big thing that I am pondering here, like I said, is when is enough enough? When is good enough good enough? I love Russell Brunson. He talked about why do people not have great businesses? Because they have good businesses. Why do people not have great marriages or great amazing lives? Well, because their lives are good enough. And we tend to settle for good enough. And I want to try to recognize when you're in a good enough mental state, and how do we push beyond that? How do we break through good enough? So I have been doing trunk shows since the beginning of COVID. Since the beginning of the Rona. And they've done great. And I've pretty much followed the same structure that I used from the beginning. So I tested like crazy the first like 6 months that I was doing them. And then what worked, I settled into and I continue to do. Except for social, like I fully admit, like I fall flat on my face, like get pavement burn level, fall down on social. I'm working to fix that. You guys know it. I bought the course. I watched the course. Now I have to actually implement the course on doing short form video, but I'll get there, okay? And you guys will witness the whole journey of being there. But beyond that, I have not really tried to up-level or figure out what's the next thing to do with my trunk shows. So right now, as it stands, people can shop my show from Facebook by messaging me or by emailing me. And they can watch the show or watch the replay on Facebook, or they can look at the preview album. And I definitely have had people just straight shop the preview album. That's fine. That's why it's there. It's like a catalog. But I totally recognize that there are lots of people who are not on Facebook. And I did try to pull down the Facebook video, edit it a bit, and throw it up on YouTube. But my video editing software did not like that, and I found that the time involved in editing that video to put it up on YouTube, just so someone has to watch it again, it wasn't like an equal exchange here. It wasn't worth it for me to do, and I didn't have a video editor that I could hire it out to. That would have been another option. So, like, I tried that, but beyond that, I really didn't do much. I tried posting on social afterwards, like on Instagram, and be like, oh, there's X number of these left on each thing. Didn't really do much. Because as I'm thinking about it, it's like people still have to reach out to me. And a lot of people don't like talking to people. Come on, how often, like if you do craft shows or events and people are like perusing your stuff and you say hi and they like run away? We have a rule. We do a lot of Scottish events, and I have a rule for anyone who works with me at a Highland game. And it is, you do not talk to people before 11 o'clock. Now, we have a lot of people who come and shop, like, even before we're finished setting up. But you don't actually talk to those people. My grandmother is the worst offender. I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, quiet. She's trying to have, like, an engaging conversation with people. They're not awake yet. We make the joke that they haven't had enough to drink yet, or their adult coffee is not all the way through. And I know that's not true for like 80% of them. Or 20% is true for. But at the same time, like, these people do not want to talk to you early in the morning. They come back after 11 and they are like cheery, hunky-dory, want to talk your ear off. And that's great. But they don't do it before then. So don't talk to them then. And I'm wondering, is it the same thing with my Facebook shows? And it could be that way no matter what platform you're on. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, no matter what live program you use, there is a percentage of people that are outgoing and they want to talk to you. And that's fine. There's another percentage who's like, I don't want to comment. How much content do you see on social that you love? You like double tap and heart. You're like, oh, that's cool. And you share it to someone else that you know or you save, but you don't comment on it, even when they ask you to. Like, I know you guys are awesome. Annie, Bridget, Debbie, Regine, you guys, and Donna, you guys are spectacular, and you comment all the time. And to those that I'm not remembering off the top of my head, I apologize. Andrew, you comment a lot, at least comments, I think. Maybe not. But you guys, thank you so much for commenting. But I totally realize and recognize that the bulk of people don't comment. They don't want to talk to you. So, how do we get past that? And I'm probably going more in depth on psychology than I need to. And honestly, the answer to this question, this like, boing epiphany, literally like, did you have a V8 today level epiphany, came from Disney. So somehow I got onto the email list of Mouse Marketplace. I don't really remember how I got on their email list. They have some cute stuff, but I don't ever foresee shopping with them. But the more I get their emails, the more I'm actually enjoying their emails. And they do something really cool. So pretty much the same as what I do with my trunk shows, they call them live drops. And they will have they are always getting new products in from warehouses and whatnot. Like some of the stuff they do is really cool. And some of the stuff they do, I definitely want to mimic and aggressively model. But this thing in particular is how I'm going to start. So they do get drops all the time, sometimes multiple times a week. They're getting drops of new products coming in, and their job as any good retailer is product comes in, you want to move it out as fast as possible. Product sitting on shelves is valuable real estate and tied up cash flow. We don't want that. And that's so hard as makers. Oh, that's so hard as makers. Because everything gets tied up in like supplies and then product, and that's taken up double real estate there before it should pay rent before it leaves. Oh my God. But anyway, I got an email from them a while ago. Now, I did not know they were doing a Facebook Live for their product drop. Their live drop. I didn't know about that part. I don't know, like maybe you have to follow them or be in an insider group, whatever, to see the Facebook side of it. But I did get the email that what didn't sell on the live stream, that the stuff that was left was now on the website. And they did it really fast, like they did it within an hour. But their drop was in the morning or in the early afternoon. And I was like, huh. They took what didn't sell from the show, basically, and they put it on their website for people to shop. Now, I do have students who do this, but it never really entered in my brain on that. Now, I don't have my customers shop my website during a show because it's like herding cats. I know so many people say it's like, oh, send them, don't manually invoice, send them to your website to check out. There's too many ways for them to drop the ball and me to not be able to pick it back up and chuck it at them. Okay, there's no way for me to play dodgeball with my customers if I send them to my website from a live show and depend on them to actually go through and make the purchase. I'd much rather invoice them manually or have a system that invoices them manually. Okay, something like I know Comments Sold does that. My cousin uses Comments Sold. I'm going to try to get her scheduled for an interview so she can talk about it to the Pikul peeps. But did I call you guys Pikul peeps or beasties in the beginning? I got both today. It's weird. Sorry. Random thought. So I know there's those kinds of softwares, and I would even prefer that over just sending them to the website. But this is now a new deal. So first round of people, my most dedicated people, are coming to the trunk shows. Once MIFGE launches, my most dedicated people who have MIFGE and Earrings of the Month Club will get early access to the trunk shows. That'll be phase 1. Right now that's phase 0, doesn't exist. Then there's the live show. And then what happens after that? Well, after the live show, now I'm going to put the stuff on the website for a limited time. I'm going to create a collection that is trunk show collection. And I'm going to email my people for 7 a.m. tomorrow that this stuff is now on the website. I don't know if that's going to be a mistake. I'm going to test. I don't know, Sunday for a 7 a.m. email. We'll see. I had people all across the country. Some of them all across the world. And we shall see. But I'm going to test it. Why? Because I've been sitting at good enough level and it's time to burst through that and go to the next. And how do we push beyond to become better? How do we make this experience not good enough but great? Both for myself on sales and for my customers as the experience. Because how many people in my audience don't want to go to Facebook? How many people think, oh, that's awesome, and they forget? How many people just don't want to interact on the live? They don't want to watch live streams. They don't want to interact. They don't want to comment because they don't want people to see that they're doing what they're doing. You don't know what's going on in people's heads. But I think this is a cool thing now to test. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do as we get off of here. And I think this video is long enough. You guys, you voted for the ramblings. You're getting the ramblings. Also, a follow-up to yesterday, which is just something that I think about now. It's awesome. You guys, Annie, I love you for dropping in about love languages. If you guys don't know your love language, I think personality tests are so freaking cool. I will try my best to drop a link in the description for Understand.me, which is a free platform where you can, right now it's free at least, where you can take a whole bunch of different personality tests for free. Some of them are paid, but most of them are for free. And one of them on there is love language. So there's 5. And I think it's so fascinating to see what our love language is, and then to think about how does that interact with and relate and communicate with other love languages. And it hit me today because I took my nephew to go see Santa, and he saw an awesome Santa, and he had to have a huge snowball fight, and he saw one of his best friends from daycare and all that stuff. So, like, he had a good day. But we got back afterwards, and he drags me over into the living room to get him his drink, get him all that stuff. Come on, you know, toddler tyrants, right? And he goes, E, sit with me. E, watch TV with me. He's a very well-spoken 4.5-year-old. He calls me E. But anyway, I'm sitting there, and it's like, to me, it's driving me crazy. I'm high D. Like, I want to be doing something. I always, like, even, like, I have a hat that I'm working on crochet, and it's like, I want to be doing the thing. Not just sitting here watching TV. But that's what he wants. He wants me to just sit there with him. And then it hit me today. I was like, oh, I bet for Tedster, quality time is one of his top love languages, I bet. That's what he wants to receive. And that's what he wants to give. Is, well, I think acts of service are one of his for giving because he loves serving people. Literally, like, 4.5 years old, he wanted to make me mac and cheese today, the Easy Mac in the microwave. He's always pouring drinks for everyone, pouring bubbles and seltzer and chocolate milk and whatnot. So I think acts of service, but I think he likes receiving quality time. And that's so hard against my high D personality. Just wants to do stuff. And like, I don't understand. Like, why do you want, it's like, I don't want to watch Barbie. I am so sick of watching Barbie. Barbie adventures. But that's what he wants. And he's only little for so long. And I'm sure it will be sooner than I want it to be that he's going to be like, E, go away. E, leave me alone. E, I don't want you. I'm going to hang out with my friends. So let me take advantage of this while he's here for all the cuddles. All the baby cuddles, the snugs. But yeah, so it's just interesting. And like looking at that too, we could always attach that to our customers, what our love language is. But you look at the 5 different love languages, are there ways that we can kind of hit on as many of those love languages as we can in our messaging? Again, just thoughts, random thoughts right here, but I think it's very interesting. And when you look at your social outposts and you look at all that stuff, like I know on my show, I talk about gifting all the time. I should, and this is when I have a little bit more time, like go through the love languages. I kind of want to write like the love languages for selling. I don't know if that book exists. If it doesn't exist, I want to write it. The love languages for social media. But like, how do we hit all of those for our customers so that we're pulling them in better? Like the JK5 is about like showing you're a real person along with your business, but how can we take those love languages and put them on there? So I don't know. If someone else has a framework for that, so cool. Would love to know about it. Would love to learn about it. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that's enough ponderings for one night. I'm going to get this video posted and get the items up in the email scheduled for the morning so I don't have to worry about anything tomorrow morning. So there we go. I will see you guys tomorrow. Till then, have an epic day. Keep it going. Keep it rocking. And I'll see you later.